I believe we should be proactive, you know, I believe being proactive and all that, but, you know, are we being proactive? We have to be being proactive for a reason. And so data helps us, you know, form our decisions.
Exactly. I'll just give you some statistics that are true for here in Arkansas. There are 79,000 legal immigrants living in Arkansas. They have illegal aliens households, add 23,000 students to our local schools. That average cost to Arkansas is $4,300 per illegal immigrant that's in our schools. It costs our education system $253 million. Police and legal and correction institutions, and by the way, we know this because I checked with the Department of Corrections. We're spending over $2 million a year incarcerating individuals who have broken the laws in our state prisons. But there's a total cost of $53.2 million for police, legal, and corrections, plus healthcare, public assistance, and general government services expenses, $397 million. So when you start adding up numbers like that, and we're sitting in here getting ready to do an RSA,
I'm just kind of ignorant to, you know, if they're undocumented, illegal, how do we keep up with somebody who's not documented? How do you keep up with these numbers if they're not documented or if they're illegal? I'm just kind of confused.
how do you keep up?
I mean, you know, you threw out some numbers and you know, first of all, you know, we mentioned that, you know, they can't get public assistance because they're not illegal. They're not legal. So how, you know, how are we keeping up with the data you just gave me if these individuals aren't accounted for, if they're not documented?
Well, they are, if they are, some of these who are committing these crimes are documented if they find out they're illegals. Those are being documented, but there's a large number that are not. There's no way we could know the entire totality of how many there are because we don't know. Nobody even knows really how many there are in the United States. Or the federal government has put out, you know, numbers anywhere from 12 to 25 million.
But I want to talk about Arkansas.
I agree.
And why we are, you know, why do we feel this is necessary or see this as being a problem for the state of Arkansas?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to add a comment here for my colleague, Representative Hodges. If you'll take some time, maybe this evening when you've got some time, check out the Center for Immigration Studies. And basically in that study where these social science researchers collect and analyze data, you'll see not only maps, but also a complete list of what they present as facts based on their collection, engagement, questions, interviews, and so it's all right there. And one of the maps that they have on their site, there's 3 different colors mentioned, red, yellow, and green, and each one of those stands for something that may be sanctuary status or more of a high crime. And what we do know is from some of our families in the state of Arkansas who have lost children or loved ones by having, and they had to be an illegal immigrant in the state to be known as an angel mom or an angel parent. If they weren't here, the chances are that their child would still be in their home. And even in my own family, in Garland County, my daughter-in-law was hit by a truck full of illegal immigrants. And before the police could get there, because her vehicle was disabled. They fled the scene, and there was no reporting, nothing. And so I eventually had to go to Hot Springs and pick up the truck and bring it back to Jonesboro for repairs. And so, if they're not here, we don't have as broad a criminal activity. And so, I've spoken with several families over the last few weeks myself, and primarily I've spoken to naturalized immigrants. Some have just received their citizenship in the last week, and they talked about the processes that were in place, the 100 number, of questionnaires on our government and how we operate as Americans. And they were worried about, how can I ever learn the answers to 100 questions, when I go in and meet with the immigration official. And then one of them told me that they actually were only asked 2 questions out of 100, and they passed. And so, talking about people from El Salvador, I'm talking about a Chinese lady in Searcy, that she was studying her book while she was bringing food to our table. And these are proud people that want to be here and do it the right way. But when we have illegals crossing at unprecedented rates, they're finding their way from our southern borders up into Arkansas and beyond, and it's just time that we say, do it the right way, or don't come here.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
We have another witness here from the City of Little Rock, City Director. If it would be okay, could we ask him to come?
Well, at this time, I've got several people in the queue
Okay.
that would like to ask some questions. Do you think?
Well, he might be able to answer some of those. That's
Okay.
the right reason.
All right, go ahead. Have him come up. Please identify yourself for the record.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. My name is Lance Simons. I'm City Director for Ward 5 in Little Rock.
Okay. Do you have a statement you'd like to make? Or?
Sure, I can make a quick statement, and I'll promise to be brief. I know we're later in the issue.